It's Ryan Ham here, and I have an update for you. What you see before you is some Yankee Hill YHM mounts, and these mounts I kind of gave a review of in an earlier video, and that video I've got updates on now, so I wanted to give you those. Well, it turns out I was wrong about the Wraith Mount. And indeed, in order to get the Wraith Mount to fit, I had to trim off a little bit where you see the bare metal there. And trimming that allowed it to enter the chamber of the Phantom Suppressor, the titanium Phantom Suppressor that I have. And I will show you that. Essentially where we're trimming, and I'll give you apples to apples kind of comparison. Essentially where we were trimming here was right there, and the reason they Yankee Hill made that as large as they did was so that they could prevent people from being stupid and installing installing on their 30 caliber suppressors onto pistol caliber barrels like 9mm or 45, and obviously since it's got a 30 caliber hole in it, 9mm and 45 won't do too well. So now, as you can see, it enters and screws in until it stops on the tapered shoulder there. Now, I don't have the mounting mechanism on there right now because I was fiddling with this trying to get it to work, but there you go. So in order to get the Wraith Mount to work with the 30 caliber or 223 5.56 cans, you need to take out a little bit of metal, like 20 or 30 thousandths at the most, right where that bare metal ring is right now. Now that'll get covered in carbon later, but I'm actually going to put a coating of gun blue on it. So there you go. And what this is going to end up going on is one of my rifles. I don't know which one. I'm thinking the 7.5 inch now. But you screw it down until it stops, and you screw the suppressor on the other end. I can't see any of this because I'm looking through the camera. and then it would have the locking mechanism that would lock it up, and there you go. Let me show you. Obviously it's bottomed against the shoulder, but that's only a couple of turns. So I'll take this off, and then I'll show you the other mounts real quick since I've got them out. And I'll take a couple of measurements to satisfy anybody's curiosity. We'll move the barrel out of the way, move the mounts down here a little bit. So this is the Wraith mount. It's the old style mount, and they don't have a new style Wraith that's smooth, but this is the old style Wraith mount. And so it's got these little things here, which do pretty much nothing except make it a pain in the butt to clean. And zero out my calipers, and I'm on imperial measurements here for any of you overseas. Hopefully you don't have YHMs. So 0.884 is what it's coming in at, and the equivalent on the 30 caliber can is going to be difficult to see since there we go. It's 0.888, so I measured that a few times. It's roughly equivalent, and 0.870 is what the muzzle is. So there you go. So that's the 30 caliber. This is the Muzzle Brake, and what it is, it's got two chambers, one chamber here and one chamber here, and then as you look down the bore there, you can see there's just those holes that go through the top, those 6 holes that go through the top, and then the 4 that go out the side. You have to time it, which means when you put it on the muzzle, you have to have washers, spacers, shims behind it in order to get it to where the 6 holes are up. So when you're firing it, and it's not got the suppressor on it, those 6 holes will counteract muzzle climb, and the 4 holes on the sides will counteract recoil somewhat. Haven't installed it on a rifle yet, it's summer, so I've got other things to do. This is the original 30 caliber mount, ugly, long, but it gets the job done. I plan on selling this one. I haven't actually installed it on a rifle yet, but I do plan on selling that so that I can fund some of my other mounts. Then we have the 5.56 Muzzle Brake, which is kind of a neat design. I wish I'd make the 30 caliber, like they make the 5.56 one. And it's got the short threads. You see, the old style had one extra Acme thread. This is the old style. This is the new style. It had one extra Acme thread, and what that extra thread did is it just made you turn the can one more time in order to get it on. The Wraith mount that I have also has that one extra thread, the old style. So let me give you a look down inside of this one to see that there are two chambers essentially inside of it, and they're pretty much full chambers, whereas they're just holes on the 30 caliber one. And it's all smooth, easier to clean along here. It looks like they just drilled two holes and then went in between them. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets, so 10 total, basically slots that come out of that. I think that's a lot more effective. Recessed muzzle, which I don't think does any good, but it doesn't have the aggressive teeth of this 5.56, and I'll show you that next. This is the new 5.56 mount. What I like about this is that since it's not timed, since it's not like a muzzle brake, the tines are evenly spaced, then you can just screw it on down on the muzzle, and you don't have to have the shims. You don't have to have the flat part like here. You don't have to have that on the bottom to keep from kicking up dust. And let me show you what that looks like. You see the interesting patterns here. This one looks like it's pretty much symmetrical, whereas the old style give it a little twist, like a vortex kind of thing. And I'm not sure how effective either of them are going to be. I'm going to shoot most of the time with the can installed. You've got a suppressor, why not use it? That's my philosophy. So this is Ryan Ham with a correction to my earlier video that you do indeed need to have some work done on your Wraith mount in order to use it for the larger cans. Bye.